Hello everyone and welcome to morning coffee break. It was a little chilly in here. I got the heater going. Feels a little better now. Takes a while for those little radiator oil type heaters. It takes them a while to get everything warmed up. Okay, today is Wednesday the 20th. 5 more days till Christmas. Currently it's 31 degrees. High today is 48. That's a little warmer than it's been for a few days. No chance of rain. It doesn't show a chance for the next 5 days after this either. Winds are at 3 miles per hour. So it's a little chilly out there. Today, I did a video outside, but I looked out the window. It was really, really windy. Real windy. And I have these things on the end of my gutters, that makes the water go away from your foundation. And I saw one of them laying in the backyard that went to this one down here towards the trees. And I figured I'd better go out there and, put it back on. And when I went out, I realized it was snowing. And then I realized that the robins were here. The robins come through here, on their way south for the winter. And it seemed like it's a little later this year for some reason to me. But there was like, I don't know how many, probably over 1,000, I'm sure, out there, just everywhere, flying over me in all the trees. They'd get scared, and then a bunch of them would fly off to another tree, and then they'd go back. So I thought, you know what, this doesn't happen but once a year, So I went and got my phone, and recorded it, and just went out there and showed putting that thing back on the gutter, and watched the snow a little bit, and it was kind of a granular type snow. It wasn't like the fluffy kind. And then of course filmed the birds. So it's something different, and it's really amazing though how many of them are here. I don't know if they're just in this area or like if they were all over town or not. But we had probably thousands of them here, I'm guessing. It'd be hard to count them. So that's something different that'll be on this afternoon. So check that out. I think you'll enjoy it. And what's for dinner on these cold days? I think sandwiches and either soup or salad. Soup would be good, when it's cold, I guess. But if we have a salad, I don't know for sure if we have a salad that we need to, eat before it starts, looking bad. I don't know. I'd have to ask Joy about that. I'll have to ask her. So we'll have sandwiches, and we'll either have soup or salad. And I got my McAllister's $50 gift card from Fetch, and we were thinking about going and getting something new Christmas Eve. I'm not for sure if they'd be. I'm sure they'd probably be open, but I'm afraid they might be really busy. So we're going to go either then or maybe the day before, like the 23rd, and go to McAllister's. Okay, and that. Okay, we got jokes of the day. This first one, I don't know. It's about drinking, I guess. It's called Learning with Tequila. Tequila is an excellent teacher. Just last night it taught me to count. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, floor. Oh, man. That's kind of hard to say, actually. 1 tequila, 2 tequila. It kind of gets like one of those tongue twisters. And this one's called It's an Honest Mistake. A social worker from Ohio who was recently transferred to the mountains of North Georgia was on the first tour of his new territory when he came upon the tiniest cabin he had ever seen in his life. Intrigued, he went up and knocked on the door. "Anybody home?" he asked. "Yep," the kid's voice came through the door. "Is your father there?" asked the social worker. "Pa, nope. He left before Ma came in," said the kid. "Well, is your mother there?" persisted the social worker. "Ma, nope. She just left before I got here," said the kid. "But what?" protested the social worker. Are you never together as a family?" Sure, but not here, said the kid through the door. This is the outhouse. Okay, thought of the day, the birth of the NHL. On December 19, 1917, the NHL, National Hockey League, dropped its puck on the ice for the first time. For 8 years before, from 1909 to 1917, there was the NHA, National Hockey Association. Okay, and I saw a trivia right there beside of the jokes. Okay, it says, by law, cheese called feta can only be produced in which country? There's a picture, I guess, of feta cheese. I've had some, but not very often. Spain, Italy, Norway, Greece. Gosh, I wouldn't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to go. It's got to go to it. Okay. Feta can only be produced in which country? Feta cheese. Is that like Italy? Is that Greece? I know they use a lot of feta cheese on stuff like a Mediterranean diet. That's when I think I had some. I'm going to try Greece. Hey, it's right. Since 2002, feta has been a protected designation of origin in the European Union. EU legislation and similar legislation in 25 other countries limits the name feta to cheeses produced in the traditional way in mainland Greece and Lesbos prefecture, which are made from sheep's milk or from a mixture of sheep's and up to 30% goat's milk from the same area. Wow. I didn't know that they just made it could only be in Greece. That's interesting. I'm sure they're making some good money off of it because I know a lot of people use it on salads and things. What's the name of the ceremonial mallet used by U.S. judges? Punch, beetle, maul, gavel. Ceremonial mallet. It's not punch or beetle, maul. It's gavel. Yep, a gavel is a small ceremonial mallet commonly made of hardwood, typically fashioned with a handle. It can be used to call for attention or to punctuate rulings and proclamations and is a symbol of authority and the right to act officially in the capacity of a presiding officer. Next question. In U.S. law, a criminal jury consists of how many people? 20? 15, 6, 12. I think a lot of people will know this just because of, movies. How many times in movies do they show a jury and stuff? And a bunch of these, like, crime series and stuff like that. What is it? That one, Special Victims Unit. What's that called? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Those different kinds that they end up in court. So, I would say 12. Right. In a criminal trial, an individual is accused of committing a crime that is considered against society as a whole. 12 people and alternates make up a criminal jury. Okay. What civilization was one of the first to write down its system of law? Persian, Roman, Babylonian, Greek. System of law. I know, like, the Romans were pretty. They had, a lot of laws and stuff. I mean, I want to say Roman. It could be Greek, though. Nope. It's Babylonian. Babylonian. Okay, I hope I gave all those choices. I sat there talking. The oldest written set of laws known to us is the Code of Hammurabi. He was a Babylonian king between 1792 BC and 1758 BC. Hammurabi is said to have been handed these laws by Shamash, the god of justice. Okay, got that one wrong. I learned something there. What is the only U.S. state without a mandatory seatbelt law for adults? I didn't know there was any. Wow. New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Texas, Maryland. You know, I just don't see that without a mandatory seatbelt law. And you wouldn't think it'd be Texas as, I don't know, as big as it is and stuff. I don't know if that makes any difference. Wow, New Hampshire or Massachusetts or Maryland. I don't know. For some reason, I want to say Maryland. I just can't see it being Texas, but watch it be Texas. Nope, it is New Hampshire. So that's something to learn too. New Hampshire is the only state that does not require adults to wear seatbelts in a motor vehicle. On a related note, there are 3 states that do not require motorcycle helmets. New Hampshire, of course, Illinois, and Iowa. Nearly all U.S. states have legislation pertaining to adults, but the specific enforcement of these laws vary among states. Wow, okay. 48% said Texas, and 43% said New Hampshire. So 3 right and 2 wrong. I learned something for sure there. I never would have thought that. Which U.S. state has the motto, equality before the law? Utah, Oregon, Michigan, Nebraska. And it just shows like a thing of, like a globe. Equality before the law. I just don't know about any of these that would be. That doesn't sound like Michigan, really. I mean, not that it's bad or whatever. It's not, but equality. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to go with Nebraska. I don't know if that's right. That was a guess, y'all. The U.S. state of Nebraska adopted the motto equality before the law in 1867. It appears on both the state flag and state seal. The motto was chosen to symbolize political and civil rights for black people and women in Nebraska, particularly Nebraska's rejection of slavery and the fact that black men in the state could legally vote since the beginning of statehood. Okay, I got lucky on that one. Who plays Andrew Beckett in the 1993 movie Philadelphia? It just shows somebody in a movie. Tom Cruise, Al Pacino, Tom Hanks, Robert Redford. And I kind of remember this. I'm thinking it's either Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks. Philadelphia. I think it was Tom Hanks. That's right. Philadelphia is a 1993 American legal drama film by Ron Niswanger, directed by Jonathan Demme and starring Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington. It tells the story of a gay man, Andrew Beckett Hanks, who asked lawyer Joe Miller, Denzel, to help him sue his employers who fired him after discovering he has AIDS. Wow. Yeah, I remember that now. I remember that movie. In which U.S. city horses can't exceed 10 miles per hour on city streets by law? You know, 10 miles per hour is just a nice little clip anyway on horses. Any faster than that, I can't see being on a city street, doing fast. They might get hurt, or who knows, some car hit them or something. Okay, in which U.S. city they can't exceed 10 miles per hour on city streets? Indianapolis, Great Falls, Louisville, Houston. Well, I'm not for sure where Great Falls is. I've heard of it before. Indianapolis, I just don't see that. I want to say Houston because there's probably a lot of horse riders in Texas. No, it is Indianapolis. Wow, Indiana is a very conservative state. There are a couple of laws that are so bizarre you wonder who thought them up. Any person who owns a horse in the city of Indianapolis should bear in mind that all traffic rules apply to their equine friend, including 10-mile-per-hour speed limit when trotting through city streets. So they're going to have the radar out there. You know, horse come up, clip, 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 clip. I got you. You're going 12 miles per hour. It looks like it'd be easy to see that the radar was there because you're not moving very fast to begin with. So that'd have to really like sneak around to get to do it. Only 36% answered Houston like I did. Only 12% got Indianapolis. Okay, next question. I got 5 right and 3 wrong. Which creature is protected by law in Skamania County in Washington? Oh no. Leprechauns, fairies, unicorns, Bigfoot. And it shows like a dragon or something. Well, leprechauns. And fairies and unicorns. Well, the only one that is real is Bigfoot. And you know, you'd think they would find some bones sometime. They must bury their dead really deep or something. Bigfoot. That's right. The county council in Skamania passed a law in 1969 that forbids any harming of a Sasquatch. Breaking this law could result in a $1,000 fine and up to a year in jail. Just in case the first ordinance wasn't clear, Skamania amended the law in 1984. According to the original ordinance, Skamania County noticed a lot of Bigfoot hunters coming through the area, some with cameras and others with guns. The lack of any laws around this made locals nervous, and lawmakers felt it encouraged the laxity in the use of firearms and other deadly devices. We're going to get us a Bigfoot. Oh, come on. Okay, I got 6 right and 3 wrong. What's the required age to serve on a jury in the United States? 18, 30, 21, 35. You know, I've never really thought of that before at all. Okay, so, I don't know. 18, you're an adult. 21, you're legal to drink. I mean, that's the only thing I can really see difference in that. But they might want to wait. They might not consider an adult at 18 able to. I don't know. I'm just thinking like the government, I think. They might not be grown up enough. I don't want to say 30 or 35. I wouldn't think it'd be that. I'm going to say 21. No, it is 18. That kind of surprised me. I thought maybe, they wanted them to be a little more grown up or whatever. Okay, jury service is the most important civic duty you can perform. The protection of rights and liberties in federal courts largely is achieved through the teamwork of judge and jury and a jury, U.S. citizens 18 years old or older. Okay, so I got 6 right and 4 wrong today. I did a little better than even. Learned some stuff today. I do every day on this, so I hope y'all enjoy it too. I really enjoy the trivia time. And, I don't have any plans to stop unless y'all get tired of it. Then I'll try to think of something else, but I really like it. It's different every day. There's, like I said, I'm getting a million of different emails from probably 6 or 8 different companies that do trivia now. So I got some good ones to pick through, and find us something different all the time. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this morning's coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Check out my video today of all these birds. You'll think you're in that movie, The Birds. Bye, everybody. God bless.